Hey my friends, so today we're going to talk about Twitter. Have you heard that Twitter isn't dead? I've been not really posting or using Twitter that much. I still am not, but I have over 12,000 followers, and I've had those followers for a long time, and it's just a machine that keeps giving me leads and keeps giving me contacts, even though I'm not active on it. But the thing is that recently I've been listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, his audiobook Crushing It, and it just occurred to me that I need to get back on Twitter, get it updated, get a post updated. So if you're like me and you're wondering about Twitter, then you're in luck. We're going to talk about that in a second. But first this, my name is Jean-Serge and I help entrepreneurs like you generate residual income from digital course strategies. And one of the strategies to generate income is to have lots of followers. I mean, I'm not saying that you just have followers to have followers. That's definitely not the right thing to do. You got to have the right followers. You have to have people that are actually interested in what you do and to follow you. And that's one of the things I'm going to show you right now on Twitter, the top 5 things that you need to be doing to grow your Twitter fans. So let me just show you here the screen, the Twitter screen. On my Twitter, as you can see here, I've got 12,000.2 followers, and I'm following to 1,000. So one of the things you're going to notice is that people who have a high follow to follower ratio is because they're not really, producing the greatest content. Like me, in my case, my content isn't really geared towards my followers. It's more of a numbers game. And I'm telling you right now, being honest, I'm not saying that's necessarily good. I'm just saying that's one way, and you got to get there. You got to grow your followers to get to the next phase, right? To get to the next level. And I haven't been doing anything on Twitter for like probably 2 years now. And that's why it's really just the way it is. But I've also not, lost really followers, right? I think I went all the way to 13,000 or something. But the thing is that over time, your followers will go down because your audience goes away, accounts get deleted, that kind of stuff, right? Because there's some of them that are fake accounts. But here's the thing. So first couple things is, of course, you have to have a profile. You've got to have a cover photo and a profile picture. Those two things, are really one thing, right? Your profile has to be something that at least shows who you are, what you're about, and you should have a cover photo that matches your other social media platforms. Like me on Facebook, on my Facebook page, that's the same cover photo I have, the same profile picture. Same thing with LinkedIn, same thing with, well, I guess Instagram doesn't have a cover photo, but the platform like one of my blogs, that kind of stuff, I have the same. That's being congruent, being the same on all your platforms, right? So that's one of the things that's important. The other thing is if you can have a user ID that, see right here, Jean-Serge Gagnon, that's my user ID. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. So add Jean-Serge Gagnon, right? So that user ID should also be the same across your platforms if you can get the same user ID. It doesn't necessarily have to be your name. That's a recommendation if you're doing personal branding. But of course, it doesn't have to be your personal name. I just got to move this out of the way here. Hey, oh, Candice, hey, thanks you for watching. So yeah, so on Twitter, it's that kind of stuff is pretty much the same as other platforms. Of course, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. And the thing is that, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from, if you're watching the replay or the live. So, okay, so that's the thing. So the first thing is your profile picture and your cover photo, right? Profile picture, cover photo, and profile. Like you see right here, I've actually got a profile that says kind of what, my tagline, if you will, that I try to keep the same on all my platforms as well. All right, so now the way it works is that you're going to go, when you first start on Twitter, right? You go to the home, right? You go to the main page here, and you see tweets, right, of other accounts. Now, when you first start out, you're not going to have that many because you're not following anybody, so you're going to start by following people, right? So you can go and explore here. So that's, that's tip number 2, is go and build your initial followers by just going in here and just finding things that you're interested in. Now, you're going to want to search for things like, for example, in my case, I'm into online courses, so I'm going to go and search for online course. and it's going to show me a hashtag, which then gives me a list of the top posts, the latest posts, and also, you know, people, accounts that use that hashtag or that post with that hashtag. So then you're going to want to just, you know, follow some of these, right? So the thing is that one of the things that you got to be careful on Twitter is there is a rate limit, so you can't just go and follow and follow and follow and follow a bunch of people. You got to do it in a certain, you got to do, you know, some people say 100 in a day, but you wouldn't want to do the 100 in one sitting. You'd want to do 10 and then 10 and then 10 or maybe 20. You just got to feel for it. It's the same as the other social platforms. There's limitations that will increase, like your limitations will grow as you do it, right? So because they notice that you're doing it regularly, but there is still some limitations, some maximums that you should be following all at the same time, right? So I'm just following a few here. So that's one thing. So that's number two, you know, is to follow. Just start following, and of course that's gonna get others to follow you back, right? So that's the thing. The secret with Twitter to get started, anyways, is that you got to start following people so that they follow you back. And you know, I don't know how it is now, but it used to be that it was about 30%. So if you follow 3 people, you're going to get 1 person that's going to follow you back. So now the next thing you got to do is every day, you also have to go to your page, to your profile, right? And so this is tip number 3, right? And is you got to go to who you're following right here, and you got to go through your followers, and you just scroll down a bit because you don't want to necessarily to touch the ones that are at the top, but you want to look through here and you want to unfollow the accounts that maybe you don't. Of course, there's tools out there that let you do this, right? There's tools, a couple of different tools. I use them, and they let you go and get all your list of followers, and they let you just click, like just go through a list. And like, as you can see right here, if I go here and I have to click twice, right, for every single one of these that I want to decide to unfollow. So you want to do that every day, and you want to unfollow about the same number of people that you're following. But again, it's a cycle, right? You got to be careful. You don't want to do it too fast because you're going to be flagged, and it's not good to be flagged by the, you know, accounts, right? So one of the things you want to do is, of course, you want to unfollow things that are not in your interest, and also accounts that don't have any that aren't necessarily personal accounts, that kind of stuff, right? So you want to unfollow and follow. So that's, you know, number 3. So number 4 is you want to follow your followers of the accounts that you're really interested in. So if I go back to my search here, I go back to my course. Whoops. Actually, that's, no, sorry, that's not my searches over here. Course. Oh, sorry, it was online course. Online course, right? So if I go here and I just go to the hashtag, and then I go to the people, which is accounts, and then I look through here, I just mouse over there, it tells me how many followers they have, right? So 4,000 followers, 248, 5 followers, 1,000. I'm just trying to find somebody who's got a lot of followers. Now, I'm not going to find them here, maybe not. Okay, let's do something else. So I'm going to search directly for one that I know is, so Udemy, in my case, is in my space, right? So of course, if you're in weight loss, if you're in any other niche, you got to search for the things that are related to your business, to your niche, right? But say I go over here and I see they've got 195,000 followers, right? So what you do is you go to the account and you click on the followers, and that gives you the list of who is following that account. So this is an account that is in your niche, so people that are following it are probably interested in what you've got, right? Because they're in your niche. So you just follow these people that look like real accounts, right? So you'll see sometimes you'll get a follow request like this because it's a private account. And if you try to follow too many people in a day or in a sitting, it's going to give you a message, and then it's going to block you from following more people until the next day, that kind of stuff. So you got to be careful. But those are the things. And you got to have a, like I said, you got to have a congruent brand. So number one, you got to have a profile setup, profile cover photo, that kind of stuff, and a profile tagline. Number two, you got to start your account by following people that are in your niche. So you do a search and you search for those people and you just go and follow them, right? Number three, you have to do daily unfollows as well. So you got to go to your profile, and then you got to click on your list of followers, and you got to unfollow some of the accounts that you haven't been following for a while, or that kind of stuff. Number four, you have to be congruent. Like in your account, like I said, you got to have the same profile picture, the same cover photo, the same account name, the same tagline that you have in other social media, so that when people find you there, they'll recognize you if they've seen you before. And number five, you should be following your fans' followers. You should be following your accounts that are in your niche. You go to those accounts and you follow those people so that you grow. Now, if you do that every day and you grow by 100 or so a day, it's going to grow your account really fast, and you're going to start to get followers. So here's a bonus tip. Is one of the tools that I use is called Social Jukebox. I don't even know if they've got an affiliate program, but please, if you're looking to use this tool, go ahead and send me a message. If there is an affiliate program, I'd love to help you out. And of course, I'll help anybody who's joins through my affiliate link. And so, yeah, reach out if you want to get in on this. But one of the things that this tool lets you do is it lets you create these jukeboxes that have a bunch of accounts, a bunch of posts, I should say. And I'll just show you this. So this particular jukebox is just a bunch of videos, and you can see there's some errors. Like I said, because I haven't updated this in so long, and that's what I've been thinking. I should go and clean up all of my because some of these things have changed, and that's why some of these, these are just. At one point, I was doing simple online strategies. I was posting them here, and the cool thing is that I put them in this jukebox. And I have a bunch of other jukeboxes, like some of my other programs that I'm in. I've got these posts over here that just they're posted regularly, and yeah, so that's the thing. So you create these jukeboxes, and they automatically send messages to people in your Twitter account on your behalf, and it just gives your account activity. So if I go to my account over here and I go under more, where is it? Analytics. Now you're going to see here that it's still, even though I'm not active on Twitter, I'm still getting quite a bit of impressions, right? 476K. It's still not that great. I used to get 1 million or 2. But still, it's still quite a bit, and I'm getting, retweets, likes, that kind of stuff. Like you can see, it's not that much, but it's because I'm not very active. I got to fix that. But still, that's kind of what that is. So Twitter is one of the social media platforms that you should be watching out for, that you should be using. And I'm not saying use it as primary account or anything like that, but you still should be. It should be on your radar, and you should at least have an account on there, and you should have some posts and some followers. And anybody that's watching, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you got any value from this, if you think anybody needs to hear this message or know about Twitter, then please go ahead and share. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and I would too. And until next time, this is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and this has been Course Income Secrets. Have yourself a great day. See you in the next episode.